Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy, and I'm back at it again today. Today I'm playing some Xbow Queen with the pump, and I am going to be running Ice Spirit and Fire Spirit as Hunter did in his recent video, just because I want to try it out. I do remember, like, I was really liking the Ice Golem earlier. I was feeling there's two spirits. It's better to use one spirit and Ice Golem. But yeah, right off the bat here, we're going to get a King Tower activation off the pump. Not a free win by any means, though, because whenever they have pump, or whenever they have earthquake against this deck, it's a pretty tough matchup. I do go in same lane because I have a queen down, but might be best to go in opposite lane. So we're going to log here just because I know he's going to pop his ability, and I do want to delay the utility of the ability as much as possible. So we're going to defend here, but I guess so does he. I guess we were the aggressor, but so he defends fully and so do we. We have a really light cycle in our hands, so we're probably going to go in with the Fire Spirit. Ice Spirit's obviously more defensive, Fire Spirit's more aggressive, so whenever you have a choice, definitely go in with the Fire Spirit at the bridge. It does like almost 300 damage, I believe, so we're going to go in Collector opposite lane. Collector. And he has Minor. This is running Minor Earthquake, so we do catch the Minor because he's putting it on the safe spot because that's one of the only tiles that the King Tower cannot shoot the Minor from. And that makes it pretty predictable for us. So I guess we have the King Tower activation. That helps our matchup a lot. But he does have the Earthquake. And we have to rely on a lock in this matchup. This deck relies on locks. And honestly, you can always get a guaranteed lock against most matchups unless they have Earthquake. So this is definitely one of the harder matchups for us. He goes in with the Giant Skeleton again on top. So I do think I've outcycled his Earthquake, but I am wrong. So we go in for a log ability just to make sure the Skelly King or the big skeleton doesn't reach the tower. And I'm going to take out the queen here with our spirits. And yeah, so we're slightly behind here. I do think we now finally outcycled him, so I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to take the damage from this miner, eat the damage. And it still hits the King Tower is still hitting it, so it's taking double damage 4 times, so that was good for us. I wish we would have Ice Spirit up high, but of course the P.E.K.K.A does get one shot, and the Ice Spirit still lands, so it's all good. So now I'm going to go in for a second pump, because now I'm trying to bait out the Earthquake. I'm pretty confident he's going to Earthquake, so that's why I go in with an Xbow immediately as he Earthquakes to get him low on Elixir, but he doesn't do that. And apparently he's so, like, maybe his Earthquake was out of cycle so much that we actually got a small lock as he was trying to figure out what he was doing, so I'm glad we overwhelmed him. I'm going to go in for a third pump out here, and to really bait out the next Earthquake. And then I realized I don't even have an open lane to attack into, so maybe not the best Earthquake or pump by me, but he hasn't Earthquaked it yet, so he's definitely about to Earthquake right side. So I'm going to go in Xbow, try and bait out the Earthquake once again, because I don't want him to get like 10 Elixir value off my off a 3 Elixir Earthquake. So I'm just going to go in, and we do overwhelm him, guys, just because our Elixir advantage is so strong, because every second he lets those pumps live, he's really letting us go. So we cycle back to another Xbow. Because I know he doesn't have that Earthquake. At this point, the left-hand side tower is already really weak, so we're going to keep pressuring right side to bait out like a giant skelly, or even more Elixir if we can. And so the right side now is lower, and our queen actually is going to take it there for us. And yeah, never doubt the queen. So pretty good matchup by us. We required a lot of maneuvering and cycling fast and being quick on our feet to try and outcycle those Earthquakes. And if your opponent is slow to react, he's really going to fall behind in the cycle, and he's going to fall into some damage. And yeah, like I said, guys, the deck cycle is really fast. We have a 5 Elixir, 4-card cycle. We also have a 3-card cycle of 3 Elixir with our queen down, using 2 spirits and a skeletons. So we're just going to take a shot here and put a pump down. One Hog Rider shot is pretty negligible in terms of damage, so he misses the tower there. And that's fine by us. We are just going to go in with a queen of our own in the back here. We're going to collect the 2 Elixir from the dying pump, and it's going to give us a massive Elixir lead here. So, yeah, we're just going to go in because he's probably running 2.6, and his Musketeer is one of the biggest counters to our Xbow, so he's going to cycle in the back. So that makes me feel really confident about going in here. I'm going to use the ability and just log everything out so everything dies, and we are going to get a small lock here, but Xbow is going to die because of the fireball. I'm pretty sure he's at like 2 Elixir right now, guys. So, but I know he has Hog in cycle, so I can't pump until I reach 10. But I'm definitely going to pump next card and I am getting ready to counter the hog if he does go for it, because I think the best play for him there would be to hog before I pump, just to make my mini P.E.K.K.A come out before I pump. So he's gonna hog now. I'm just gonna Ice Spirit to make sure we counter fully. The hog is gonna get one shot, but that's really not an issue. We do have a mini P.E.K.K.A on the field. Free mini P.E.K.K.A. Actually, we also gained 1 elixir off the push, so now we gain 2 elixir off that push. He's gonna fireball us. But we're up so much elixir, guys. I just don't see him defending this. And unfortunately, the log is a bit late. Actually, no, log right on time. So I do Ice Spirit in case he gets a Musketeer down, just to stall for longer. But he can't afford one. And yeah, he does go in for a log. So that's going to be a really fat log for us. It's pretty much going to be game ending for him. I do think this tower is going to be in fireball range. Ice Spirit does come back. And yeah, that's really honestly going to be game for this guy. We're just like maybe 3 logs in a fireball, or just 2 fireballs away. So we're gonna Collector up here, just kind of fireball bait him. Our towers are pretty healthy, so we can afford it. Yeah, I do think the guy might have given up at this point onward. Yeah, so we're gonna put down our spirits real quick, take the left hand tower. We're gonna take the right hand tower. I'm just gonna go spirits on him, pop the queen ability, and have our mini P.E.K.K.A help us with the 3 crown. And yeah, that's going to be it for this game. As you can see, guys, Queen Bow is still very powerful in the meta. I do think it's the best deck. I thought it's been the best Xbow deck for quite a while, and I'm sure it has been. But recently, 3.0 has had a bit of a resurgence. And the Queen Pump has also been in resurgence. And I've honestly been experimenting with some of my Xbow decks on my own. And I don't feel like Queen is the only thing keeping Xbow alive right now. I feel like Xbow is pretty viable, and you could run it with a lot of different cards, and it always has some good matchups for sure, regardless of what kind of Xbow variant you run. But always just because Earthquake exists, a number of bad matchups. I remember when Earthquake was first released, Xbow was pretty much unplayable. It was kind of ridiculous. He does hit our pump there. It looked like he was trying to hit the tower, but it's not possible to hit the tower and to pump as long as you place it someone in the middle. So just like that, he is going to overcommit, and again, just another easy opening game victory for us. I really feel like the mini P.E.K.K.A is such a good card because of its offensive value, a lot of counter push value, a lot of counter push potential. After defense, it runs up kind of quick, and they're forced to play a response down unless they want to take like a giant chunk of damage onto their tower, and they always do. And in the case of a Hog Rider or a Miner, we pretty much just get mini P.E.K.K.A for 1 elixir or for free, and then they have to respond to it, and then they fall down an elixir, and then we pump, and then they try to like punish the pump, and then they fall more elixir, and yeah, that's just going to be like another 3 crown for us, guys. Pretty easy down here in League 3. I have pushed up significantly already, but and I'll be posting out my League 8, 9, 10 gameplay really soon. Gonna definitely be going for hopefully top 10,000 and top 1,000 in the US this season. Last time before I deleted the game, I remember being around top 400 in the US at one point. And yeah, that's kind of where I want to climb back up to. I really want to push myself competitively coming up. Probably play some quiet games with some headphones, as I really do enjoy. But honestly, guys, I'm not sure what deck I'll be doing that with. Before, I've always done that with 3.0. And I feel like on paper, 3.0 isn't that good of a deck. But I personally do the best with it because it's just kind of my main deck. And I do pretty well with Queen just because the Queen variant is so strong. So I always feel like Queen's a good viable option for me, but my Queen is level 13. The new power-up potions, however, which I have 5 of now, are very helpful since I can just like max out my Queen for 5 different hour-long sessions pretty much. So if I really wanted to play that, I could. And I really like that they added that in the game so that I could just like boost up a deck and play with it. So that's pretty cool because it doesn't look like I'm going to max out my Queen anytime soon unless I spend a lot of money. And honestly, there's not like many deals. So we're leaking elixir here, guys, but I'm just going to go down with the Xbow. There's not many deals with the shop that let you max out like a single champion. They definitely had something like that in the past, but even then, I'm sure it would have been like $50 or something. I'm not going to draw $50 on it as is. right now because I simply don't feel like I need to, especially with the introduction of the potion, as I said. So yeah, back to this game, guys. We're off to a really good start. Just been playing some really like intuitive defense here against this guy and just putting down pumps whenever we hit 10. And that's really what you want to be doing if you're just starting out playing with this deck, is just finding those positive elixir trades on defense and pumping up in single elixir. 2 pumps down with like so much health in single elixir is like a massive advantage. So we're just going to keep trying to stall this out here. The bats are going to take it out, so we're just going to pump up again because I kind of had an awkward hand for taking out bats and didn't feel like really stalling them out and giving him the elixir lead. Felt like just another pump Xbow would put us back in the lead here. And yeah, we're just going to mini P.E.K.K.A in case he puts it up at the bridge, which I feel like most people do. And even if he doesn't there, you can see the mini P.E.K.K.A got 3 swings still somehow, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, that's going to be right side tower, I'm pretty sure. We're going to pump up just for funsies. And yeah, we have 3 pumps on the field. At this point, we're just like pumping the elixir. I'm thinking I'm just going to let this go because we're not going to get this tower. We're just going to pump up for fun. Just get a three full health pumps pretty much on the field. And a super deep barrel by him. We logged mad early, but it doesn't even matter. I feel like when they throw barrel corner, the timing is like literally so slow. It literally is like a drill when it comes to how quickly he gets there. But yeah, just gonna put another pump down. That's gonna be it for this game. And yeah, Challenger wasn't very challenging, not gonna lie. One of our easier games. But yeah, as you guys can see, very strong deck. And yeah, I don't know why we're on the screen. I'm just gonna skip forward here. All right, on to the next game. We're playing Jesus 345. Fire Spirit the Bridge, always a good opening play. And I do skeletons here. I could have logged to get tower damage, but chose against it. I don't know about you guys, but I have a dominant side when I play Clash Royale. I'm left-handed, unlike most people, and that means for me, my left side is better. I've heard like people like Aragon say like, if there's a golden push on the right side, he'll probably defend it, but he could probably not defend the same push on the left side. So that's pretty interesting. I'm guessing most right-handed people like playing on the right-hand side of the map. And I like playing on the left-hand side of the map, and it definitely is like a potent difference. Right there, guys, I did think the Fire Spirit would have taken out both. I thought that it used to. Maybe I'm just wrong. I haven't played Fire Spirit in a minute, ever since like, I guess, really ever since like 3.0 became meta again. But yeah, so like I said, guys, my left side is my dominant side, and then what I think about that is my left side is going to be my opponent's screen right side. And I do notice most people first play on the right side, which I'm fine with because I usually play first play on my left side. So we kind of naturally go into each other, so it's a bit more defensive as if we were going opposite lane. But I do think if you are right-handed or you're right-sided, it's something to consider about trying to gain the initiative and forcing the game onto the right side of the screen, and your opponent is then playing on his left side of the screen, which is likely they're not good side. So kind of interesting there. Don't think it matters too much on the high level, but I definitely feel like I don't have any statistics on it, but I feel like as if I'm just like better at placing my Xbow. I feel more comfortable placing Xbow left side. I feel more comfortable doing everything on the left side and the placements. I think the way I approach the right side is I just think of the left side and then I kind of mirror it in my head. So I guess a bit of latency there in terms of placements. So once again, guys, back at the game. We're in double elixir. We're up like 2 full pumps, and his miners are so easy to predict. Minoring a pump in the middle is kind of tough because you know which side it's coming on, so pretty easy defense. I wouldn't recommend minoring pumps in the middle. I'd recommend putting the miner right kind of by the king tower, but then you also risk king tower activation. So, but yeah, right in front of the pump is going to be the most predictable spot that everybody's going to be able to predict and catch your miners. Yeah, so just like that, kind of a good elixir advantage going into overtime here, but down a little bit of damage. We're going to build up a huge push on this guy, though. It's fine. As long as your tower stays above 1,000 health, we should be fine. So right there, he tries to go for a kind of a flashy nado. I don't think it was worth it. He didn't really switch lanes on my queen. My queen has the potential to get back to her second ability here, but does not do so. So I'm just thinking about mini P.E.K.K.ing here at 10. Of course, I'm like up way too much elixir on this guy, so I'm like forced to like play stuff in the back, which is kind of annoying. You definitely got to stay on your toes when you're playing pump, just because the elixir starts appearing, and you kind of like look at your pumps, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get like 3 elixir, and I'm at 10, and all you have is like 1 elixir cards in your hand, so definitely got to stay on your toes here, but that's why I like playing the deck. Really about like how many cards you play. So we're going for a mini P.E.K.K.A Fire Spirit there. Unfortunately, the feeling of the wall breakers is just so bad when you don't predict them, you see them, and you already know it's too late to throw down a log or anything because you weren't expecting them. So yeah, massive lock here with the queen in front. We're just going to mini P.E.K.K.A opposite side, and we're going to put down the Ice Spirit to make sure we take that out. He does play like a clever play with 2 elixir here, and it doesn't take out our Xbow almost, but our mini P.E.K.K.A is bypassing everything. He's going to get us wing. So now I'm like log damage away from this guy. And we do get a lock on the right side simply because we're up like 11 million elixir on him. We've lost our pump lead, but I do think we are going to secure the game on the left side here simply because we're up like 5 elixir. So yeah, that's going to be it for this game. And I do have one more game I wanted to show you guys. So we're just going to skip forward right now. And boom, we're playing Alpaco. What I've noticed is a lot of people from mid-ladder really take their Valkyrie, like their love of Valkyrie, and move it up arenas. Even at like pretty decent arenas, I see like a higher percentage of Valkyrie, I think, than I would at the very, let's say, top level. Valkyrie is a very good card. For a long time, I do think it needed a nerf, but at the same time, I was happy it didn't get nerfed. If you guys remember, like last year during the Royal Hogs era, if it wasn't for Valkyrie, I mean, the game would be pretty much unplayable. Valkyrie is the only thing that kept Royal Hogs going, or kept them in check, really. And then they still got like 1 or 2 nerfs, I believe. I think Valkyrie is overall just very solid. But of course, like because mini P.E.K.K.A exists and because like all these like stupid ass champions exist, it's never going to be seen as OP because on a 1v1 battle it loses. But the utility overall is pretty great, super solid, high health, high damage, good hit rate, splash, slow speed, which is pretty valuable in terms of like defensive cycling as well. So yeah, we are just going to be up a tower here after like 1 minute of gameplay. And I'm telling you guys, just because the mini P.E.K.K.A in this deck is, I think, what's causing it, possibly the queen sometimes, and the spirits, you get such good positive elixir trades in single that it's just super easy to then just go Xbow on the counter push and get a massive lock, or just go pump and be completely unpunished. So we do not fully counter on the left, but we do stop the push on the left, and we're up like 2 pumps. And at this point, if I'm smart, I'm not going to play another pump here because a pump, I believe, lasts on the field for like 60, 70 seconds and generates like 8 elixir. So there's no point in getting that 2 elixir advantage when I only have a minute left. I won't even be getting the advantage. I'll just pretty much be loading my elixir at a discount and not getting any appreciation on it, so to speak. So yeah, I'm just going to queen. And I really realized in this video when I was playing, I really hate minions. And they're starting to really bother me because some of my losses come to like minion horde and stuff like that. It's always been a really annoying card. And usually I have fireball, but when you don't have fireball in your deck, and with the state of minions now, it's ridiculous. Like, they're getting value every single millisecond. But yeah, so guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Just another easy 3 crowns. So many 3 crowns with Xbow because so many people give up. Once again, guys, I am going to show you the deck one more time. If you guys would go on, play it. 3.3 cycle, 3 elixir, 3 card cycle, 5 elixir, 4 card cycle. Really great cycle deck. Recommend. Even at the high level, the deck does very well. Only counter really is Earthquake. Everything else is beatable. Yeah, and with that, guys, if you liked the video, just hit the like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.